Ah, ya está, listo, ya estamos en stream. Ah, deja, pongo la miniatura buena. Ah, ah, ¿Ceballos? ¡Ta madre! Ya,
Ah, yo hablaba mal de...
creo, a ver.
Ahora sí, ¿a quién sacaste de tu lista de amigos?
Mira,
Pobrecito Jack.
a ver,
Ah, ¿por qué? Por traitor.
así es.
Ay, y tú no eres traitor.
Ya,
Eres
no
lo más
soy.
traitor. Dale, no voy a hacer Martín, contar.
Esencia,
Tu mamá
déjame saco
qué. Ah,
miniatura.
no mames, que está hasta allá, güey.
Voy a sacar miniatura porque la que está ahorita es una poronga.
Está muerto. Devoró.
Devoré.
Voy a devorar, yo voy a devorar, ya
¡Ah!
déjame devorar. Ok, tú ve. Cúbreme.
A ver,
Está,
vamos a poner
está.
esto.
No lo uses aún. Está, de verdad. Me troleaste, le creí que estaba ahí. A ver, ¿cómo va a estar ahí? Ahí no hay plataforma en la cual estar. ¿Cómo de que no? Pues iba a estar al lado. No, estaba ahí.
Mándame únanse a mi super stream.
No, lo va a ver todo, lo va a ver todo. Lo va a ver el Uri en la escuela.
Ese güey.
¿No se fue? ¿Qué negro? Bueno, me sacrifiqué. A ver, espérame, déjame. Me cambio la cuenta de YouTube y ya. No, hiperlanzamos no. A ver. Ah, reaccionando treehouse. Reaccionando treehouse no sirve.
Ya estoy cambiando la miniatura, aguanten.
Guacha, no. Literalmente es una simple foto. O sea, ¿ya empezó?
Pues no, o sea,
Vale, todavía no empieza. Empieza en 10 minutos. O sea, dale una más de cigarro. A ver, espera. Lame, que la noche buena.
y yo que estoy aquí bien chill desayunando. Qué cagado, a ver.
Tremendo. Es que no sé qué usar. Ah, esta está bien. Esta me gusta. Comenzó hace 2 minutos. Bueno, vamos a escribir algo en el chat. Chat en vivo.
Voy, ahorita lo veo, aguanta.
Cuando empieza reaccionando. ¿Y cuando reacciona, dice?
Cuando reacciona.
Ay, no es negro. Como no me di cuenta que era negro. Yo llevo como media hora diciéndote que es negro.
Qué nega.
Sáquenlo de su lista de amigos. Todos. Bloqueenlos si quieren. Pobrecito, Ale, no, es malísimo. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué tiene mal? No, no es cierto. Vamos a devorar. Pero así se devora. Ale está por acá.
Listo. A ver, ya. A ver, hoja. A ver.
Tú estás bien, tú mantente así.
¿Cuándo empieza?
Lo estás
¿Empieza?
haciendo bien. Lo estás haciendo. No, ¿por qué me lo mandas?
Empieza mañana.
¿Qué?
El treehouse.
Ya, por favor, alguien saque Roda. Pendejo, yo sí lo noté.
Oigan, ya van a empezar en 7 minutos. Déjale subo a la tele. Bueno. ¿Qué opinan? ¿Pongo musiquita chilo que?
Ay, ya le no se muere. Es inmortal. Vale, se está quedando. Ay, a ver. ¿Cómo me da de lava? Qué mamada. Híjole, me estoy casi pelada. Tranquilo, Ale, ya voy. Buena.
A ver. ¿Sabes si se sigue cogiendo el Jack?
Sí. No, es que, uy, me le das un martillo en toda la cara.
Y qué pendejo. Ya
¿Cómo no se pega?
nomás 6 minutos. No dormí nada. Mr. Goggles.
Puta, güey. Dale, vale.
No.
¡Estás como martillo! No se muere, güey. Es que sí. O sea, no le sabes si
Puta madre. Neta, puta
Bueno, no
madre.
sabemos.
De verdad, puta madre.
Come. A ver. Mi control de la tele. Bueno, ya vamos a ver. No. Ah, sí. Apagamos Twitch. Abrimos YouTube también. Porque voy a poner el TikTok. Mi compu voy a poner el TikTok.
Vamos a ver la nueva celebración. ¿Pero esa es la Mogus? Ah, a ver, ese tío. Que tiene un chingo de volumen esta mamá. A ver. Vamos a reaccionar a esto.
Ahí está. No quiero ver.
A ver esto.
No es cierto.
No, sí es cierto.
Que no es cierto. España.
Joder, está basadísima esa nueva celebración. Neta. A ver. Puta madre, justo empiezan a hacer ruido los pinches vecinos. A ver, se reían. A ver, vamos a ver cuántos usuarios hay en YouTube y en Switch ahorita. 4. Pero qué poronga. Un pinche Guillín Pollín. Neta. A ver, ¿se podrá hacer salto en el tiempo? ¿Por qué se silencian? This girl is on fire. ¿Qué es esto?
Espera, ¿cuándo cumples 24 horas sin dormir?
¿Eh?
¿Cuándo cumples 24 horas sin dormir?
Creo que a las 12.
Tremendo.
A ver, un minuto, un minuto. No hay nadie. Ay. Ay, güey.
Hey everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Nintendo Treehouse Live for Splatoon 3. I'm Demetrius and I'm here joined by Taryn and our own Treehouse Squid Research
Espera,
Lab.
¿cuándo empieza el treehouse? ¿Ya?
¿Ya?
Ah, como que ya empezó.
Look at the music and like, hey. Alright, so what do we have for you today? We got some really cool stuff. What we wanted to show you today was a little bit of what Splatoon 3 is about, including...
Puta madre, se escucha un chingo de eco.
Start off with a single player deep dive.
Oh, oh,
and then
oh,
kind of
oh.
show you some, come back and show you some new weapons, stages.
Espérense, me voy a
and
salir de la llamada.
for those who've
Para-
never actually heard of
A verlo,
Splatoon 3
porque tengo
before,
que
it's
hacer algo.
a team-based action game, well, multiplayer game, with also single-player story mode, which you're seeing today. So what you're seeing right in front of you actually is the world of Alterna.
Ooh, I'm sorry, we were supposed to ooh, weren't we?
Es hermoso.
Listen.
Es hermoso.
Ooh.
Dutch. Sorry, we're silly.
Se
We're having a good
descojonaba.
time here. Alright, so I am in control of Agent 3, and I have a weapon that can use ink. So for those who have never seen Splatoon before, for Splatoon 3 and other games in the series, you can actually swim in your own ink and refill and do many other great things with it. It's really, really great. So we call this right here swim form, and this is
Está rarito el arma.
and you can
Está
use
rarita.
kit form to ink many different things, which is going to come in very, very handy. What we'll show you soon. One other thing to note is you really don't need experience to play single player. So if you're worried about, hey, this is Splatoon 3, do I have to worry about, playing the other two games? You don't have to. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. This game has a great story though, and it'll have the same kind of feel between those who have played Splatoon 2 before, or even the Octo expansion, which was the NSO expansion pack you can get right now. All right, so one thing I want to point out for this story is you see right here, this is Fuzzy Ooze. You actually want to be careful.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Hey, qué pendejo.
So Fuzzy Ooze bad.
Something's going on here.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
So there's a big mystery going on with the Fuzzy Ooze. We want to kind of like, see what's going on with Alterna and how is this happening? We really want to, really find out. Okay, so with that in mind, there are some other additional things we'll kind of go over as we play through these stages, such as like, the little hidden secrets, this little guy here called Small Fry,
Yeah.
and some other little things. But first what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pass this controller over to Taryn.
To me. Thank you.
And we're going
Se
to
emocionaba.
actually go to a stage called Twirling, Swirling, and Whirling. And just allow us to get that set up. One moment there. Here we go.
And to be clear, you're playing as Agent
¡Pero pon el
3. This
juego!
is not the Agent 3 you know. This is a new Agent 3, so don't worry. The other one is still around.
¡Oh!
Just
Spoilers.
spoilers.
No, there's no spoilers. I'm just
No
teasing.
spoilers.
Okay,
Creo
so
que
what you
éramos
see
5,
right
¿no?
here is Turn actually has
Caída
three
del
different
final.
choices.
Sí, no
We're
sé.
gonna have her
O sea,
start
sí
with
son
the hero
varios. Creo
here.
que son 5, no sé.
Yeah, so you have recommendations too. You can see it says
Hero
try this.
G.
Again, we're gonna do this mostly because I love small fry and I want to show you small fry very badly. And you can see other information on the screen, like on the top right, it shows you how many.
¡Ah!
So I
Esa
have
es la
just 3. That
telelanzamotas.
should be fine. I'm new to Splatoon, but I should be
Le
able to
cambiaron
handle
el
it.
diseño.
I got small
You got
fry.
this, Sharon.
Speaking of which, too, like I said before, this is a great entry point as well.
Está bien cagado,
This
güey.
is perfect for you.
Yeah, so it's
Yo no voy a
either
inventar el
jumping
vacío
into
la primera
multiplayer
que juega.
where I can do story mode first, and it's a great place to practice, or just play with small fry. I also like that.
Pero
I'm showing
pero
off
quiero.
here what you can do
Pero no
with
sé
it.
las ganas
You
tan
can
grandes de hacer esto.
throw it. Don't feel bad. It can handle itself completely. And then you can call it back with the this way, which is a function that you have in multiplayer as well, right, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 3 attempts on the board.
Moment of the expansion. A ver.
And here you want to kind of, like it says, navigate to the rotating area. Oh, look at that perfect throw.
Toma,
Nice.
toma, toma.
You sound so surprised, and I'm a little.
Está rota la escamita, ¿eh?
Not at all.
Que la lanza el vacío, que la lanza.
Exposed.
Mira, vacío.
Dije,
That was a trick earlier just for you guys.
I didn't
¿qué
even know
mierda
that.
fue eso?
That's the pacifist approach, I
The
think.
No sé cuál otro truco que se aprendió nada más para nosotros.
So you saw that I threw small fry in the beginning. I'm gonna throw it again, but for a different
Is he a
purpose
pro
this
tip?
time, because this is an armored enemy, and I'm scared of it, and it can definitely splat me. So I'm
Pero
using small
échale.
fry to
Es
distract
que
it,
no
and
de
then I turn
llave.
around and spot it from behind, also
No, no
like
de
a
llave.
rat. I
Es
just
rango
let
C
it
menos.
crawl off the edges, get splatted and distracted. That's how I play, I guess.
One thing you'll note too is that Turn is a
me
swimming around
trabó.
ink. If there's
No,
any
no,
ink
es
which is
este.
purple,
¿Será
it's
clavado?
not too good for you. Oh,
Se cayó.
We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I have 3 tries.
you're good.
I'm playing with motion controls right now. You can turn that off or just change the sensitivity. But there is an advantage to using them, so by all means play however you prefer to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, once I got the hang of motion controls, I can't go back. I love them.
Can't go back.
Agreed. Same for me. It took a little bit, but I really like them.
So you see that small fry actually does damage as well, so you can use it to distract, and then like with the first enemy, you just
¿Será
throw it right in
clavado?
their face.
Yo
And
quería
it
ver
will take
clavado.
care- It will take care of business.
That person's
Okay.
right up there. Let's go.
I got strats for you guys
Are you
today.
gonna shoot from?
I have learned that you can shoot from here and take out.
Quiero ver cómo dispara su
someone
madre.
who-
Ay, güey.
Look at you go. That is awesome.
Okay, well, I was hoping to get a sniper, but I got a little too greedy.
Nada más son 3 disparos, pero se ve bien ponedor.
So what I picked up was a Trizuka. You get canned
Se ve que
specials.
una,
You'll learn a little bit more about specials in the next segment. But you get them that way in story mode, and usually they're like perfectly situated for whatever you have to do. So exactly that. Like if you're looking at Octo snipers in the face and they're just
la armadura aquí potencial se ve bien chévere con las cosas
that
esas.
Trizuka was perfect for countering it.
And it's actually the same specials that you'd find in the multiplayer mode as well, so it's good. A good chance to kind of get familiar with them and maybe practice a little bit.
Yes.
Dale,
I heard the word practice and I nod and agree. Practicing is
Yo
good.
lo único que quiero saber si es
Here's
clavado o
more
no.
of it, but it's super fun. Like
Es clavado.
even if you get spotted or fall off spontaneously for literally.
Ay, pero es que no lo usa.
It's still a good time. And I love that about Splatoon. It just keeps this like tone of like chaos and fun and like doing it your own way. And like I'm all about that. Even if I fall off the edge.
Güey, ese nivel está cortísimo y bien fácil, no mames. Ya empecé. ¿Qué es eso, güey?
I'm sorry. No,
I
I
think it's
really
because
did
I
that.
said it.
You manifested it.
I manifested it. I'm not gonna jump for that now. I'm
One
afraid.
more time. One more time. We got
Creo
this.
Take
algo.
your time.
Nadie se cae ahí. Nadie se va a caer ahí.
Items up there respawning.
Yes.
What you're gonna be picking up is some armor, which helps.
Oh yes, thank you for mentioning that, Demetrius. So you pick up armor. Ouch.
A good example of the armor.
Por eso no llegan a rango X.
Yeah, if I didn't have that armor, I'd probably be in trouble. Please no. Please no.
Ay, no sé por qué me dan, por qué me dio ansias ahorita que vi eso de cosas y lo violaron.
Yeah, so there's like a whole
¿Ah, que sí?
Sí, güey.
mode. Like,
Juegue
I
bien,
can
si
do
no
this
ni
in
juegue.
multiplayer too. If you move super
Si no,
fast,
ni
people
juegue.
can see
Y
you
no déjenos jugar
under
un
the
¡Ya!
rato.
¡Has clavado!
And if you move
¡Clavado!
forward, they can't see you.
¡Clavado!
So
Dale con el
that's like
clavado.
story mode.
¡Nah!
It's good at being sneaky.
Es que quiero ver qué es.
Some success
¿Qué
and
es?
pretty
¿Qué
sneaky.
es?
Like,
That was
I'm not
very
very good
sneaky, I must say.
Yo
was
que es
great.
clavado, o sea, por posición yo que es clavado.
Okay, guys. Guys.
¡Ah!
Oh, I got another ready.
¡Sí es!
Yeah.
Ah, sí, clavado, ves, te dije.
Okay.
Mission complete.
And we're done with that mission. We did it.
Woo.
It only took 2 unnecessary
First time
falls.
clear bonus, 3 minutes, 13 seconds. That looked great.
Oh, that's right. And there's a timing.
Nada, de hecho, nada,
mechanic
está bien
with
pendeja.
respect to
Yo me voy a
these
pasar
risks.
eso en
So
menos
there's
de un
a bunch of
minuto, güey.
replayability with these missions.
Sí.
You can choose different weapons, like we showed you.
Está bien
earlier.
cagado el
You can
calvito,
surround
güey.
yourself with maybe
Es mi
weapons
ídolo.
that are
El
so
pelón.
well-suited,
Sí, es
and
mi
then you
ídolo.
can also time yourself. So
Sí,
I'm
la
showing my
neta,
time for that
Se
one
ve
was
que es rango
probably
X, ¿eh?
not amazing,
En el fondo es
so
rango
I could go
X.
back in and like play it over and over again and try to get a better time.
Se ve que ese güey es campeón del mundo.
Great replayability.
Sí, güey. O sea, está usando un cosplay y en realidad es un japonés, güey. Vamos a ver cómo, a ver si le echa.
The lore actually plays out
Y como si
through
bien puede ser
¡No mames! ¡No!
missions.
La moto, mami.
Objects here,
La
there,
motosierra,
you-
güey.
¿Cómo funciona eso?
¿Qué es orca?
The world that we're in and the events.
Yeah, the Sunken Sea Scrolls, you can find them out while you're playing outside of the stages, and they provide a lot of background lore. The lore is really cool, and this whole series has really cool lore. Alright, so I
So-
am doing Stamp 'em Out. I am going to be using one of the new weapons, the Splatoon Stamper, with Curling Bomb.
¿De qué te ríes?
De eso.
The Splatoon Stamper or Splatoon class of weapons are brand new. They
A ver,
have
que la pruebe.
a swipe when I just
Funciona igual,
use
¿no?
the top one, and if you hold down the button, you can charge up as a charge slash. Now,
¡Hala!
the Stamper itself, outside of having that really cool sound, it's more the heavy.
Uy, güey. O sea, es muy lenta. O sea, si la comparamos con la Splatoon normal, sí es lenta. Pero no sé que sí es un chingo de daño, güey.
O sea, tipo, la Splatoon normal,
One thing to note is
yo
you
que,
kind
o
of
sea,
have
eso hace
long
bastante
range,
daño, pero
right? And then you
yo
have
que
the
esa
short
cosa
range.
casi
If I'm
más,
up close
me
and I
quita
hit some
mitad de
of
daño
this,
o te mata de
it's
una.
pretty much a guaranteed.
No
splat.
sé.
I've never noticed it, but you see Small Fry was in the corner just like looking at you with these.
Ay, güey,
Where'd you take
llega un
it with
chingo.
you?
Güey, se ve
Missed that.
rotísimo eso.
Aw.
It's just a little sad. It's alright.
Also note that when I'm
Porque
picking
no
up
tengo que
a
esperar
power
2 días
egg,
para
these
eso.
can be used to unlock certain things.
You'll need them to progress.
¿Y si le echa, eh?
Sí. No es que la morra sí le está
This is
echando.
a perfect example. This guy has a shield, which is going to be hard, but if I charge it up,
Pero pégale.
¡Oh!
Buena.
That's satisfying.
Vamos, vamos, mi calvito, mi calvito.
10
Toma.
out of 10. Oh,
Y la cagó.
La falló.
gotcha.
That one was
Pero
surprised.
toma.
You didn't give that
Más
one
que
a
la
fair
otra le está
chance.
echando,
if I
¿eh?
was,
Mira.
I don't think.
I love how I can just use this to like hit 2 people at once. It's so
Uy, güey. De hacer eso como 200. Güey, eso debe ser como 280 de daño. Ah, sí, güey, también es platana normal. O sea, la platana creo que hace con 120. Esa mamá de hacer 180, güey.
yeah, I think
Fijo.
people are gonna have a lot of fun. I mean, all weapons have different styles and stuff, but this one for me, I really like the.
You gonna play this with us?
¿Ojito? Dice, ah, casi le salía pro tip.
I was trying to be a little fancy, but I'm just gonna go across.
No mames, rotísimo. There we go.
Es que sí le sabe. Te digo, es rango X.
Mira.
There it is.
Toma.
This next part right here is a little tough.
Güey, es muy excitante escuchar el
Guy on
sonido.
top, and I have to kind of knock all these down without him getting to me. There we go.
Oh,
I think I got the guy behind me.
está buenísima la motomami.
I feel like you've already mastered this Splatoon, and we should all be
No,
more
you're
afraid.
good.
Pero, güey, soy yo, están muy fáciles los niveles.
I gotta be careful with this guy.
De momento, el primer mundo sí.
Okay.
And now your favorite part.
Oh, is this it?
This.
Mira, de momento, temática
When I was
óptima.
wondering why they were teasing me, it's because this part. Yeah. Kind of let them come
Oh my
to me.
gosh.
Yeah, there you go.
Échale,
Yes. With
échale mi Calvin Klein.
So these are octolings. They're a different type of enemy that function like a little bit more like a player might, you could say. And so, of course, they're a little bit more difficult, but not difficult for Demetrius. All right.
I hope the camera was. I mean, I had such gamer face right there.
You didn't. Well, you're supposed to get splatted at least.
¡Uh!
It's just gonna be me.
Not gonna happen.
Aviso de una.
Oh, 239. I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That was pretty good. All right.
You are not stressed.
Here up.
You're too
Está
good.
pasando.
All right.
Buenísima la motosierra.
You saved the hardest one for Dutch. He's in the lab coat, so he's obligated.
This is the fun part.
Un rato me
So
atrapé.
the next one that we
Están
have
pasando
coming up
niveles
is
del modo
called
historia.
One-Way Ride
El
Through
pelón es
Target
rango X, la otra morra es de
Town.
rango
We're gonna
C.
have Dutch
Y
use
ese güey queremos
the
ahorita
trash
rango
layer.
A mí se me hace que es rango D menos. D.
Now he has other options, which you'll see, and those are a little bit easier.
Nah.
No, we don't let Dutch do the easy ones.
Yeah, I'm both.
Ah,
I'm both
arco,
excited
arco,
and
arco,
I'm
arco,
excited.
arco, arco,
This is
arco,
a
arco,
weapon class in Splatoon 3, and let's take a look at it here. So you can see it's kind of like a bow, basically.
Ay, ojalá tu desmadre.
The way it works is if I tap the attack button, then you can
Güey,
see it shoots
algo que
three
sí está
little
hermoso,
projectiles like that.
los
If I
paisajes,
hold it
güey.
down and charge it up,
Sí, eso sí.
you can see they
Mira, de
stick to
momento,
whatever surface they hit.
Oye,
You
esas
get
cosas
kind of a
explotan.
secondary little explosion that'll do a little bit of damage.
Se ve
And if I
roto.
charge it up even more, then you get kind of a tight grouping that goes a little bit farther, and you still get that second little pop.
It's hard to survive if you get hit with all three.
Esa cosa te
Right
explota
away.
en la jeta.
It's
Chido,
really
güey.
There's a vertical shot.
Te
too,
das
so
gira.
it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you're
So
rolling.
yeah, it's kind of like a roller where, for those of you who've played Splatoon games before, so if I jump and shoot, then I get a vertical shot. So if I charge that up as well,
Güey, no fuera de
you
jodas, sí
see
lo
the
voy a
shots
mí.
line up vertically.
This feels like a
Oh.
player's weapon.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty
thinking
intimidated.
it's kind of like it's got
Eso se
good
ve muy
range,
agresivo,
it's got
cargadita,
good
¿sabes?
coverage, it's
Sí,
got
güey.
good damage. I think it'll be really interesting to see what people do with this one as well.
Yeah, I really, this is
People.
another fun.
No, los chinos.
Okay, let's see it, Dutch.
Can
No
you tell
more.
I'm
no more
playing this off a
delays.
little bit?
Los chinos, güey.
One thing to know is Dutch goes through too for people watching. You actually don't have to finish all the stages to get through story mode, but there are a lot of fun things.
They're just the rich
Yeah,
they
this
call.
one's challenging, but that's a good thing. And you don't have to do it if you don't.
Yeah, this is a really fun, challenging one.
Alright, so I just broke
Uy,
my secret,
paisaje.
activated the ride rail down here. And the thing about the ride rail is it's, like the title says, it's a one-way ticket. So I'm going to be riding this thing, there's no turning back. And if I don't break all the targets on a given section, then I'm going to run out of track
No
and
pressure.
fall in. So let's do it.
At least 2 falls, remember.
We've got a lot
La va a
of
cagar, güey.
opportunity here, but we're giving
Pasa que
Dutch
sí.
3 chances.
What do you
Hoy no se saca el rango dice.
We're
Aunque
not
tan bueno
quite
como
for
el
a reason, Dutch.
pelón no va a ser, ¿eh? Yo que saca el rango ese.
I have faith in Dr. Dutch.
One thing to note too,
Ahí la va a cagar.
Dutch didn't put this up, but as you turn to swim form, you do actually recharge it. Just a moment. This music's so good.
It is good.
Siento que
The
va a ser ahí donde
visuals
va a
are so
cagar.
nice. Like, this stage in
Ya,
particular
mamá.
is so chaotic that, like, you don't really get a chance to, like...
Qué cagada.
Oh, it's so good, though. This is I was talking. I'm sorry. Just
Hizo la blasfemia del siglo.
It was.
Sí, güey, la salvé picante y la volví.
But the visuals are so nice. Like, if you get a chance to look up, it's like an inverted
¿No
cityscape.
estás viendo?
I'm busy
I
right
know. I'm so sorry. I'm not listening to you.
Continue with your research.
¿No estás viendo cómo se pasa en el modo historia?
Alright.
Sí.
Here's a good spot.
Ahora bien,
Yeah, that looks.
Oh, thank you.
estoy viendo de que
It's okay, Dutch.
los rieles con el arco.
Ah.
That explosion, we're all like, you hear us getting quiet because there's
Hay una
evidence.
oferta de
Stresses me all.
Alright, he's got this.
Sí, no nos cuentes de
Right, then I'm going to use that kind of secondary
There you go.
explosion.
There we
go. Get those.
You have to be careful checking between the rails too.
Yes, we will.
Se estampaba contra la pared.
Alright. Perfect. Perfect.
There we go.
One thing you're seeing
No sé por qué siento que la voy a cagar, güey.
aiming for those power eggs because it's kind of a good hint or
Mhm.
tip of where you want to shoot with this one.
Sí, yo también siento que
Like right in the middle.
literalmente,
Nexus got that
mínimo
explosive.
una vez la voy a cagar en esta madre.
Things are
Oh
looking
my
good.
Aunque
gosh.
tenga una puntería buena,
No.
This
no la
next
puedes
upcoming
negar.
part, yeah, this upcoming part here is pretty difficult. As you can see, there's a lot. So Josh is gonna want to try to slow down and
I'm just going
take out as many.
Así que no sé tan difícil.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna do it.
Well
No pressure,
done.
no pressure. Everything is
A la
fine.
madre.
Okay.
Sí le echó.
There you go.
Sí,
Yeah,
güey.
definitely
Es
hit
que
those
siento que la
jets
voy a
before
cagar en uno de esos niveles.
Yo en esa parte final, güey.
and then just get popped
No.
off because of great. It doesn't feel
This
good.
one's a little tricky too because you can see on
Poquito
different
lo leo
sides. You have to
como
try pretty
14
fast.
Oh my
minutos.
gosh.
Alright, here we go.
Gonna do it
No.
too fast, ladies and
No.
gentlemen.
No.
Oh,
Did you get it?
I didn't get it.
No, le eché demasiado.
okay, well, that was two falls, so now
Y
you
por
get it.
furro.
You got
I
this.
have clearance.
You have my permission.
No, no, ya vamos.
This is
Voy
awesome.
como
There you go.
como un minuto atrás.
I've seen Dutch do this several
Pues ve mi
times
directo.
successfully, so
Yeah, he's got it.
even if he doesn't do it this time, know that he can, and it's
No lo hagas. Te
extremely
lo escuché con una
impressive.
calidad.
This is the one.
It's fun though. Now I want to be like, all right, is it my turn? Let me try.
Here I know. I haven't been able to beat it yet. Did you beat it with a tri-stringer yet?
I have. It
You did it?
took some times though, but it was fun though trying it out. All right, you got it. Cool.
No se le está blasfemando, güey.
Okay, so now we got these again. All right. I think it's
A ver, de momento ya
those
vas
two
en
right there make me the most nervous.
I know to mess up on those too.
Yeah, because you kind of have to lead your shot, right? You have to kind of think in advance. All right, I'm going to shoot, and then they'll explode, and then I'll be okay.
I love these stages though for getting a feel for
Oh, you got it.
what is it?
Just jump off. Let's have you try one more time. Just jump off one more time. I'll give you a start. Can you jump off? There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do one more. Let's try
You're
one
giving
more
him a
time.
Qué pendejo.
Damn,
Oh my goodness.
Sí.
I'm a good friend. I got your back, Dutch.
How many fails this fourth one?
Yo estaba empezando a considerar si era mejor que nuestro amigo el Calvin Klein, pero no. Ya.
Ah, Calvin Klein es X. Este es como una A.
The tension is
No, es que, bro, el Calvin Klein, fue
Es con 5 mejores jugadores de Splatoon.
fue pionero en rango X.
To kind of get a feel for each weapon,
Fue la
see how
primera persona
they
de
get
rango
some
X.
ideas for how you might use it in multiplayer.
¿Quién es este güey?
But this isn't the only real grinding mission. It's one of the more challenging ones, so don't worry.
Más o menos. Ah,
It's a difficult one, but
El pelón contra
also know
Quisito le.
that, you know,
Ese,
by
ese.
you'll have a solid ground.
Es que no está viendo en directo. Estoy como algo para ver 5 minutos.
I love those rants every time. It feels like a reward getting to jump through them.
Cayó el agua y ya va a volver a esta parte.
Get hungry.
Okay, we got it. All right. See, looking good. Looking good. Looking good.
I jinxed it. I think I
¿Por
jinxed
qué
it.
está jugando otra vez el Calvin Klein,
No, no.
Tú dije Calvin
I'm
Klein.
just gonna get
Okay.
these with a charge shot. I'm not gonna get some out here.
Oh, that's it. No,
Blasfemo, no mames.
I messed around.
Se estaba blasfemando.
Miss with the
Alright, well, I think that's good enough for you. You just have to let people try this one on their own at home.
Thanks for trying that though, Dutch. That was awesome. That was
Y ahorita, aquí se acaba el treehouse.
so. That's for us is going to be
No,
it
todavía
for,
van a jugar otra cosa
for
que
this
me voy a
part.
ver.
Just note that we actually will be coming back with some, kind of a strategy segment on what you can do in the
Ay, tú
game
qué hacer
itself.
estrategia, Chuy. No, no es
So
cierto.
stick around. We'll be right back, and as always, though, thanks for watching.
Eh,
¿Opiniones?
pues.
Yo tengo una opinión. Está pendejo. Solo el del pelo amarillo es todo feo. Yo tengo unas opiniones. Una, los primeros niveles se ven bien fáciles.
Así. Y eso la verdad es que me preocupa.
Sí. 2. La motosierra se ve rotísima.
Splatoon 3, enter the Splatlands Invitational 2022 tournament.
Mira, de las 3 armas que mostraron, no sé si la pistolita esta se pueda conseguir después para territorial. Y sí, o sea, va a ser más tipo salpicadora, güey. O sea, no es la gran cosa. Luego la motosierra es muy buena y el arco hermoso,
Sí, se ve roto.
Pero pues ¿cuánto van a tardar o qué?
Como diría el Daza, te pica la cola. No me salió. Espérame, ahí ya me regresan.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a very special edition of Nintendo Treehouse Live featuring Splatoon 3. Been wanting to do that. Alright, and I'm here with Sam and our very own Treehouse Squid Lab researcher.
A ese güey deberían quitarle el control.
Alright. So what we're going to do now is we actually wanted to show off some of our multiplayer stuff. Now, before we start, I just want to do a little bit of a housekeeping, just let everybody know that this is a special build that we're playing on. We're actually not going to get right into multiplayer, but we did want to show you some elements to focus on that because there's a lot of really great stuff. And again, just to let everybody know, this game's coming out on September 9th, so just a little thing to keep in mind. All right, now, so Splatoon 3, let's see what we got first. I think we're going to show us.
Ese plumón tiene, dice, te tiene burbuja y cangrejo. Tiene burbuja y cangrejo, burbuja, globo, globo y cangrejo.
See, it's just got your classic rapid fire,
Úsalo.
got decent
Úsalo.
range. You're pretty much going to be able to
Yo
do
ya
it
lo
all.
vi, güey, el cangrejo, así que...
And we should also mention that weapons come in
O sea,
sets.
sí, yo también, pero
And
no
so
sé
you
de
can
todas
kind of
formas.
see in the upper right-hand corner, I have a sub weapon as well. In this case, that's the burst bombs. It looks like this. And throw that against the wall there. So you can see it just kind of explodes on impact.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite side.
It's really useful.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like the autos because they just find, I guess we'll see that soon. No spoilers, but they find your enemy so you don't have to.
And the most exciting thing about this set for me is the crab tank. You can see that's my special weapon in that upper right hand corner is kind of shimmering there, so that means it's ready to go. So let's take a look. Here it is.
This looks so good.
It's so dangerous.
Va a doler.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and clean up here so I can get that again. Because the crab tank actually has two different attacks. So that was the first one that's kind of like a rapid fire machine gun that really has very good range as well. And then there's another attack. It's kind of like this big shell that has an area of effect here.
Great area effect. I really like
Va a doler.
One thing too to point out for those who are watching at home is we're actually in the new
Cambia de arma.
this is the test range side of things. So if you're wondering like, whoa, what is this? This is a brand new feature to Splatoon 3. It's really, really cool. It allows you to test your weapons in the range.
Yeah, it's actually fun.
Y
And
pendejo.
it is a big change from Splatoon 2, where now the lobby is like a physical space where you can be practicing while you're waiting for a match, or
Te van a aplastar la
that you'll see kind of holographic ghosts of your friends in the lobby.
O sea, imagínate tener daño.
A cool new
O sea, tipo tantito daño que te activen eso en la cara.
Güey, está Justino, está Justino.
See this space here.
It looks so good.
Actually, we haven't showed off
Ahí va, ahí va.
the Squid Surge and Roll, which is something we might want to do.
Yeah.
Ya lo vi.
And that is a fun new addition to Splatoon
Eso
3
ya
as
dentro.
well. And to show that off, let's see. So the squid roll, typically, you know, if you're going in one direction, you get kind of you have to slow down and kind of stop your momentum to get going in the other direction. But with this new mechanic here, you can turn on a dime and go in the opposite direction. So imagine maybe somebody's
No, no
throwing
es
a
cierto,
bomb
no
in
se
front
puede ir en
of
una
you.
dirección, también se puede ir en
You
otra.
can change direction really quickly, and it actually gives you
Igual
a
de
few
frente te puedes ir hacia la
frames
derecha,
of
güey.
protection while you're doing that move.
Alright, let's see this in action.
Alright, yeah, so here's another toy that we've got in the lobby over here, which is the copy machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and wake it up here. It's vaguely threatening. So the copy machine
Oh.
here does, it copies what I'm doing. So if I shoot, it shoots. It throws bombs when I throw bombs. It tries to deflect flame on his teammates. If I try to deflect flame on my teammates, does everything that I
Güey, en ruso vamos con
When
otra
have you
bomba,
ever
¿viste?
had to deflect?
Sí, lo humilló.
That's
I've
fun.
had some tough matches. Alright, so I'm going to try to show off this new squid roll move that gives you that couple frames of protection here. So if I'm rolling around, I see a bomb.
There you go.
Casi se muere.
Easy.
There.
Got it in one.
But you kind of hear that like little.
Güey, no mames, casi se muere en entrenamiento.
I got it. Let me try one more.
Bueno, es que lanzó una
So
bomba.
then what? Since we, ooh, look at you show off.
I know.
¿Sabes?
So
Como que
then
te
we
da
should
una
move on to the
membrana.
next topic here.
Te da como si fuera
Actually, we should
membrana.
show off Squid Surge.
Yeah, Squid Surge. So that's another new mechanic for Splatoon 3, and that's gonna help you get up walls. So if I get onto this wall and I charge it up, it's gonna shoot me up to give me a little boost up there, so I can kind of get the drop on people. So that's useful if you're maybe you've got somebody camping out up here. You come up here, do a little squid surge, and come down on it from above.
You're so accurate.
It like you need that.
I tried practicing that a couple of times. I really love the move.
Imagínate esa
And
temática en el
when
pinche
you like
boxito de
set
por
them
qué
up
ilumina.
perfectly, and then you get to
¿Eh?
up to the top there, and you're like, oh, missed it.
Sí, ves por qué ilumina, ¿no?
Ah, ya, no. No, no lo van a meter, güey, no creo.
Let's check out a different weapon, yeah?
Yeah, I was
O
gonna
sea,
say,
no creo que lo vayan a meter con
Oh,
el
cambio,
temática
cambio.
por qué ilumina.
one of your favorites.
It is, yeah. I have spent a lot of time with the carbon roller here. And actually, while we're here, I just want to show off one more.
No,
improvement
no.
Here. You can sort the weapons by class, and you've got that up here, which is nice.
So good. I love that.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up here so we get some new territory here.
Ese no es el problema.
This is the carbon
Su
roller. This is
especial.
the weapon in the roller class, and the way this class works is you've got a
Spider-Man.
roller here, and if you press the attack button, it does kind of a horizontal
Ah,
flash like that. It's pretty short range, but it's pretty powerful as well. And if you hold it down, then you can run around with it on the ground and
Mow people over.
That's great.
and this particular
Bueno, mínimo, no
with
mata de
most
eso.
roller
Cuidado
weapons,
cuando
that's
corre.
going to be a one-hit splat if you've got it rolling around on the ground. But
Güey,
this
fuera
one
de joder, este
saves
sí
a
va a
little
doler,
bit of power for greater mobility, which I love because for me, my
O sea,
play style
imagínate,
is really like
y así,
getting up in
así,
people's
de la nada,
faces,
y de repente
smacking
venga
them,
un
and
pinche rodillo con el
Look
Spider-Man
at him go.
y te coja.
People's faces. That's just.
así te va a coger, güey. Así ya.
This one actually comes with a
Es que lo use, güey.
yeah.
Quiero ver
And one point
Spider-Man.
on the roller class, so you also have this. If
Dicen
you
que
jump,
dicen que es difícil de usar,
then you do kind of a vertical fling that gives you a little bit more range.
Pero yo no creo que esté difícil
But
de
it's a
usar.
narrower spread.
Es que está bien chistoso el
Have to be a little
chile.
more accurate with it. But yeah, so let's check out the Zipcaster here, which is a brand new special.
Ya, ya.
Splatoon 3. And I'm really excited about this one as somebody who spends a lot of time with a roller, which is short range and, kind of get pinned down by people with longer range weapons a lot. So let's imagine maybe up on that tower there's somebody with a long range weapon kind of pinning me down back here. What the Zipcast is going to do is going to let me zip around, cling to walls,
Ah,
and it's going to let me come up right on this person right there.
So good.
And you do have to be careful when you use it, though, because you might have seen there's a little marker, and when it ends, it sends you back to the place you started. So if you don't take care of business with it, and people see where you're going to land, they're going to come right there. And
Eso se arregla con el, bueno, según yo,
You're like, oh, that
se
was
podría
nice.
arreglar con la madre
and
esta
the
de...
sub weapon for this one,
The roller con otra
you can see here, is another one coming back from Splatoon 2. 2 is the auto bomb. That one, you can kind of see the little ring that
Regresó
shoots out when
Fido.
it lands, and that's going to detect the nearest enemy,
Viva el
walk
imperio
over
de
to
Fido.
it, and explode.
It's so awful. I mean, in the best possible way. They're the one throwing it. It's just brilliant.
All right, so let's show this off in our
Volvieron los
state
pollitos.
display.
Yeah, let's take a look.
So let's go ahead and cut away to that, and then we're gonna go to our first stage that we want to shoot.
We've got the Splatoon
Gracias.
Splatfest World Premiere coming up this weekend. So we wanted to take a look at some of the stages that will be in the rotation.
And if you've never
Oh,
heard of
¿qué va a pasar en
Splatoon
Star? ¿Qué va a pasar en Star?
it's a
Magi,
mode
magi,
where you
magi,
play
magi,
turf war and
magi,
track
magi,
turf war.
magi, magi.
First, you actually get to vote on 3 different
Aquí rezando para que pongan
choices.
Magi, Magi,
Depending
Resort.
if, in
Por
this
favor.
case, you
Magi,
want
magi.
paper or scissors. I think I'm gonna go for scissors. No, wait, I'm paper.
No, I'm scissors.
Un nuevo sí va a haber. O sea, a fuerza pero Magi, Magi, Resort, por favor. Lo único que pido, Magi, Magi, Resort. Ah, ok. Está bien chistoso el monito.
It's actually a really good point too. I'm glad you brought that up, Terrence.
Mira,
Just
tiene
for
la
those
cosa de
who don't
reaparecer.
know, you definitely want to vote
Sí,
for
pero
the
no
same
sirve.
thing if you won't be on the same team.
O sea, sí, pero tipo, es lo que te iba a decir, pero no sirve, es como que está toda.
Scorch Gorge, so take it away, Dutch.
Yeah, so it's kind of, I'm really looking forward to this weekend because this is kind of eerie right here. It's like there's nobody here. This is deserted. I'm excited to see some people get in here and play around. So this is kind of keeping in the theme of Splatoon 3, which is chaos, right?
Ya
So
sé.
you've got this kind of gritty, rusted
Pues,
out,
güey, hasta en estos
worn
momentos,
down,
cualquiera
rugged
persona
terrain
se lo
here,
coge, está el José.
and a couple of
Mira, me gustas.
Casual jelly.
Y se parece a ti.
Just
Yeah,
on the
so
rocks.
this is kind of a canyon.
That feels like a desert.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either
And then
way.
I'll go ahead and open up the turf map here so we can see the layout of the stage. And so I'm thinking that for this particular stage, it's all going to be about this middle tower here, because that controls the access to each side. So that's the only way you're going to get into the other team's base. So let's come up here.
Yeah, I feel
Which is Dutch's favorite thing. Sorry.
It's all about, I think, defending the
Risas.
middle and keeping it controlled.
Right. So if you want to get into the other base, you're going to have to come up here and go along this catwalk, which leaves you kind of
¿Ahorita se hace
exposed
speedrun?
from below. If you go into squid form, you see you drop right through it.
Qué pendejo.
Yes, there we go.
No, estoy mostrando las
Yeah.
And once
temáticas.
you're over here, then you can get back this way and cause trouble.
But now
¿Qué haga
you have the
Spider-Man?
Zipcaster,
¿Qué haga
though.
Spider-Man?
So I think the Zipcaster is going to be great for maybe taking control of that middle area, so you can see. Imagine somebody's controlling that and dominating.
Ahora está
you
bien
from the
chistoso el
center
loguito de la
focus there.
especial.
So what are we going to do? Let's get the Zipcaster here.
Sí.
We fly right over here. Come up this way.
It touches the surfaces that you wouldn't normally be able to ink, correct? Have you already
Correct.
mentioned that?
That's a great point.
So powerful.
It's really, really good.
Shipcaster.
It's all about kind of moving in a triangle movement. Momentum. Momentum. What was that word?
Triangle movement.
And that
With
combination has a
momentum.
good range and being able to stick to every surface really lets you kind of zip around the stage and get behind enemy lines.
Imagine being unpleasantly surprised by thinking you're safe in one area, and then some Dutch comes winging in with his carbon roller and Zipcaster.
And of course, there are many other special weapons that you'll get using, depending on the weapons that you have. But
Yeah.
the
Let's go
Zipcaster-
back and take a look at a couple other sets here. So let's look at Scorch Gorge, which is going to be in the rotation.
¿Cuál?
Pero te das
¿Gorge?
cuenta cómo,
Ah, no, no, ya.
And let's
te das
hop
cuenta
up
cómo
here.
nunca muestran el menú.
Okay,
Ajá.
so time to show off something a little different.
Yeah, so you're taking a look at a shooter class weapon, the Splash-O-Matic. That was the first one we saw. And we saw the carbon roller in the roller class.
Ajá.
Let's take another look at
Splat charge.
the Splat Charger.
Demetrius' favorite, right?
No, va a ir por cargatintas, va a mostrar cargatintas.
This weapon, I think it's great fun. I'm just not the best at it.
So this is your classic long-range
Yo soy bueno.
sniper style weapon. You can see the range on this one compared to
Inviten
the
a
other
probarla,
ones.
¿no?
That charge up is so
¿No quieren?
satisfying.
Yeah, and that sound is...
Güey, se ve muy
Oye,
fino.
no,
Sounds like
Güey, se ve muy fino.
¿Cómo?
Se ve muy fino.
I feel targeted by that comment.
Yo siento que carga muy rápido.
It's cool though. I always appreciate seeing someone on my team using this weapon and always just in awe.
And when you get a good charger on your team, it's like a relief. Because this is really for like the crafty, skilled, patient, backline style player.
People
Wants to
get
like
out in the back and just take people down, help defend.
Uy, ¿qué es la aspiradora? ¿Qué es la aspiradora?
No sirve de nada, güey, porque le tienen que lanzar tinta.
Slap bomb,
Ah,
with
pues sí, ¿verdad?
kind of this pyramid-shaped one. You throw it out, and after it settles on the ground for like a second, it'll explode. And then, let's go back to the copy machine, and I can show off the special here. So this is another special that's brand new for Splatoon 3.
This is so good. This is probably my personal favorite.
Oh, for the crafting?
The crafting
Really?
is great, but this is so good. I think it's gonna catch a lot of people off guard with
That's
the amount of ink you can use if you use it correctly.
Alright, so this is the ink
Está bien
vac, and
cagada
what it's
esa
gonna
cosa,
do
güey.
is basically suck up any ink that's being fired at me, and then I can shoot it back and it'll create a big explosion. So this is sucking up all the ink that the copy machine is shooting, and it'll launch it back that way.
¿Qué?
It's so good.
I shot that from like back here. It goes all the way, basically all the way across the test range here.
¿Qué?
Está rota.
No mames, ¿qué fue
I
eso?
think we should show that without powering it up, just to kind of give people an idea of what it's like.
De momento,
Yeah, it looks good.
todo va a doler.
And did we explain just
Pero más
quickly
tarde
what
esta.
Buck's
Ay,
doing right now? He's
pendejo.
actually inking the ground, so he's building up his special meters.
Otra vez,
right now.
otra vez,
Yeah.
otra
So just
vez.
for those who are new or wondering, why is he
Otra,
doing
otra, güey, para ver
They're
cómo
just
puta se
randomly
come esos
firing on the
güeyes.
ground.
You
Name
can
of the
see,
game is
as long as I'm
exposed.
standing, in front, I'm sucking up all that ink. So I'm not getting damaged by it. It's kind of absorbing it. But
Ay,
if you
güey.
keep getting hit after it's full, that will take you out. So you have to be careful timing it. So.
Don't let the copy machine splat you.
La aspiradora de Luigi's Mansione.
I see there for a second.
Another thing that's back from Splatoon 2 is storing your charge, and then you can swim in the ink for a couple seconds before popping back out and releasing that entire charge shot.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that. So yeah, you're charging it and then you swim and then you recover it. Okay, yeah, that looks good.
Imagínate
So
combinar
why
eso
don't we show off and go to the second stage we
con
want to
el, ¿cómo se
show,
llama?
Tail Alley. So why don't we cut away from this
Con el salto.
Güey, ¿hiciste que están pasando las noticias?
and we'll show that off.
Sí.
Wait, so Dutch, what team were you then? Since we're both Team Scissors.
I'm Team Rock.
Or you are still
Yeah,
Team
don't overthink it.
Pasado, pasado.
Team paper it is.
¡No!
No.
I feel like you two were fighting over paper
Mira,
initially,
mínimo no lo eligió
considering
él.
you've just
Lo
completely
eligió
changed sides.
porque no le quedaba de
I mean,
otra.
I'm a fan of Big Man. So.
That's fair, yes. No, it's not really a choice of
Mira, prefiero que sea fan de Big Man que de fritos,
And that's probably why I can't help it.
Fritos. Dale con su foto de perfil.
Okay, so we're going into Eel Tail Alley, and this is a different type of stage. Like,
Irte Lali. Ay, pero es que ese también ya lo
But
vimos.
this is more like a cityscape feel to it.
Yeah, right off the bat, it's definitely a different feel. Let's take a look around here.
Actually, one thing we should point out too, we haven't mentioned yet, was you just spawning right there, and that was one of the new features as well.
Exactly, yeah. So you spawn actually from the air, and you can choose your landing spot as opposed to always spawning in the same spot. That really makes it a little more dynamic. Maybe you're getting pinned down in your base, but you can actually choose where to land. So
No
you
puedo
can,
pensar
you know,
en
approach
este
your
mapa sin
opponents
imaginarme la
from different
cancioncita ese
angles.
del...
One of the 3D techniques for the other one being a squid surge and squid roll.
And squid spawn. I'm seeing a pattern with these names. I don't want to be too obvious about it, but
Let's take a look at the first map here. We see this is Eel Tail Alley.
Güey, está de cagado el loguito de allá abajo, güey, a la izquierda.
and like an eel.
Like an eel.
Oh.
I'm like getting hungry.
Sushi later?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Y que ya antojaron de Shia.
So if I'm playing a charger on this map, I think it's going to be all about this catwalk up here. I think this is where I'm going to be living. And that's because I can get, the high ground, kind of control this area down
De
here.
los huevos y
The game
Diego.
comes up the middle. Maybe if I want to get really aggressive, I might come all the way up to this front area. Be looking down here, figure out the pigeons.
Basado. Hasta que ese güey está haciendo algo. Y no blasfemar.
This spot right here gives me access to like that 50 shot at all these areas where the other team might come out.
I think there will be a lot of fighting below too as well. And I feel like the ink vac will be really great because you'll be able to kind of push the line, push the advance of your team using that special.
Exactly, yeah. You drop down here, soak up all the ink.
A huevo, ¿y qué vas a
Everybody's
absorber?
reading it. It takes a
Fija
while to
su...
sharpen
Ah, no, no
it,
es cierto.
ink.
Just a little. Just a little.
The explosion's a bit
Uy,
small.
¿se agarró?
This is why I'm so excited for this weekend, though, because like we've been messing around with this game a little bit, but I'm really excited to get in there with other people and try out all my moves.
Just
The
play nicely with them, Dutch.
nobody against me, but
No sé, güey.
If you see the name Dutch on the opposing team, be afraid. Or amazed or impressed. All of the above are the correct responses.
Alright, so you got a chance to see the Splat Charger and Eelta. Let's go ahead and move back to the lobby because we have one more thing to show, so we're going to cut to that. Give us
Only the best thing to show.
I can't wait. I think this is going to be it's just such a cool feature. And what we're talking about is we're going to actually show you 1 second the lockers. And lockers are just something...
No, no. ¿Y dónde está Magi? ¿Dónde está Magi?
Showing off, your own unique style, which the Splatoon series has always had. So just being able to, expand on that, I think it's wonderful.
exactly. And this
¿Dónde
is,
está Magi? Magi Rizo. No, ya, me siento defraudado. Me voy a dormir. Me voy a dormir.
Although we know what's going to happen to
I have
Maybe
here.
it'll be good this time.
Mira una robomba.
So with these these are personal
Y
lockers,
no
and
tiene
what you can do
nada.
is you
Qué
can actually
pendejo.
add your weapons and even some items that you get from Hot Atlantis. That's one of the new stores in this game. It's really cool. On top of that, here Dutch goes.
We can't ever go without
Your
it.
closet elf.
¿Qué hacía?
How perfect this was when we first showed
It
it.
was in perfect harmony, which is also
Also the name.
isn't it? Wow. Now you can put the cups upside down.
Yeah, it's, the dust gets in it and stuff, so I don't.
Are we in?
Also, one thing to note is you have stickers. You can actually even change the color of your locker. There's a lot of stuff to add, which is going to be really, really, really cool. One other thing too. to point out-
Plumón.
Oh,
Judge. And you can see other people's lockers, so if you see one that looks something like this in your travels,
Hate mail this way.
it might be Dutch's.
Oh man.
Otro video. Otro
Show
video.
is the splash tags, which is another really cool feature that is also new to the game. Put that mess away.
You've done enough.
So on the left-hand side of the screen, as you'll see, it says Splat Landing Use Player 1. This is actually the Splat tags where you would have your name and you can have different banners, badges, and titles. You obviously wouldn't just be Player 1. We just use
I mean,
that here.
could be if you want.
If you want to.
That's you. You are play. You are number one.
Güey, siguiendo mi casillero de
You're
fidos.
not wrong.
Órale, va.
But there's a lot of cool stuff. And one thing to note too is with the lockers and even the splash tags that there will be some season catalogs that come. So expect to have new items. To be
Sí, sí
able to
se
put
puede,
your
güey,
weapons,
creo.
splash tag
O ese te...
stuff,
Ah.
even some new weapons. So really cool stuff, or additional weapons, I should say. So really, really cool stuff coming.
Para
as
cuando
well.
Magi
Alright,
Rizo.
so with that,
Algo me dice que al
we
final
have
de...
in
Güey,
the
algo me
splash
dice
tag.
que
I
después
have
de
one
jugar
more thing I wanna
competitivo en ese
show.
mapa lo voy a terminar
And I
odiando,
gotta
pero
hand
ahorita lo
it
amo.
to you a moment, sit up, 'cause I don't wanna drop it.
Hey.
And that
No,
is the
no, no,
special
no,
edition
no,
Splatoon
no la
3
quiero ver, no,
Nintendo
no la
Switch
quiero ver, no la quiero ver,
OLED.
no la quiero ver, no la quiero
Super
ver.
cool. It's actually out in stores August 26th, so about now you could go check it out. But we just want to show that off, and let me actually take this out right here and show you what the actual system looks like too outside of its
No la
box.
veo, no la
It's
veo.
got this super
No la veo,
cool
no la veo.
design here.
Está
Move a little
hermosa.
back and forth so you can see that cool little design shimmering across. And then one more thing I have here. I'll pick this one up.
No!
This is the Splatoon 3 Pro Controller as well. Now this one comes out September 9th, so it's out on launch day, but we just wanted to show you how cool that looks with the two different colors and the cool design on it.
It's so good.
Looks awesome.
I'm gonna end up buying one, and I won't regret it at all.
Oh, these are super cool. Okay, so with that being said, that is it for Splatoon 3 today. One more time, just to remind everybody at home that Splatoon 3 Splatfest World Premiere is going to be out on the eShops now. So don't go anywhere. We got some Harvestella up next. We'll see you soon. Thanks.
O sea, básicamente ya acabaron con los de Splatoon, ¿no?
Así es. Ah,
Pues aquí ya puedo quitar el directo.
sí, yo ya lo quité, güey. ¡Nee! No pusieron Magi Razor. Nah, me deprimí. No, güey, si no están en el Splatfest, yo voy yo voy instantáneamente a quemar las oficinas de Nintendo, güey.
Te quiero ver intentarlo.
Sí, lo voy a intentar, güey. Neta.
Ni te van a dejar entrar, ni te van a dejar acercarte.
Bueno, chavales, hasta aquí el directo de hoy. Qué loco.
Esto es lo más neta.
¿Eh?
Esto es lo más feo.
Ah, ya, con lo que te pregunté.
Insulté tu directo.
¿Eh?
Insulté tu directo.
¿Qué?
Insulté tu directo. Y pendejo.
Ah, ni quién te pele. Bueno.